Hey guys, and a big welcome to game number 1 out of 100 of my third match against the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot. For those of you who are new to my channel and these matches, a big welcome. Thank you all so much for being here, and I hope you're just as excited about this match as I am. And for those of you who have been watching my videos for a while, thank you all so much for your continued support, and I hope to make everyone proud in this match and finally take BestBot down. The way this is going to work is very similar to the first two matches. I'm going to be playing 100 games of 20-minute Scrabble against BestBot and doing my very best to upload 2 of these games per week, once on Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Before I jump into the Scrabble, 2 quick announcements. Number 1, just like for the first 2 matches, there is going to be a prediction contest for all of my viewers. This is going to be open until 2 weeks from today, so be sure to get your submissions in. The link is in the description below, and it's going to work just like the one for last match, where it's going to be a hybrid between this match as well as my new Clabbers match, which I'm super excited to be starting on Friday. You can see all the parameters in the link below, but be sure to get those in as soon as possible, because the tie break in the event of a tie is going to be who gets the prediction in first. Announcement number 2 is that BestBot is currently live and available to the public on woogles.io. So if you're interested in playing BestBot and trying your hand against this absolute beast of a player, then please consider supporting the awesome folks behind Woogles with a monthly donation to their Patreon, after which you'll be granted access to BestBot. More info can be found on the blog post I've linked in the description below. And with all those announcements behind us, guys, let's go ahead and play some Scrabble. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Game 1 officially underway. BestBot's going to be first. My opening rack is CEEGHTU. Mediocre rack. Certainly could be better. Certainly could be worse. Bot opens with zones. I see I almost have eco zones. If I could draw an O, that's interesting. Might want to keep that possibility open, because that would be 54 points if I can hit that. That is significant. So I could play something like huge here for 25. Keep an ECT. That's a nice leave. 4 shots at an O for eco zones. Decent chance to bingo as well. Could also play hug, which is considerably better defensively, not giving back huger as a hook, or plays above or below that E. Although the duplicate E's are kind of bad, and this gives me another shot at an O. So I think I am inclined to be a little more aggressive here, guys, and play the E in this situation, although in some other cases I might feel otherwise. Let's go ahead and do this. No O for eco zones. Decent rack, though. It feels like I should have a bingo. Oh, I have can zones, or cal zones. So, wow, this is actually interesting, because I do have a bingo now, cliental, for 64, but calzones might legit be better. It is better, guys. I mean, it's gotta be. It's 57. It's 7 fewer points, but EINT is an amazing leave, especially on a wide open board like this. Calzones is better than cliental. Wow, we're already seeing something, guys, that's very rare. It's actually better to pass up a bingo when you don't have a blank. You do see sometimes in Scrabble, in fact, fairly often, that you have like a 65-point bingo, but you have a blank and you can score 40, and it's better to forego the bingo and keep the blank. In this case, you don't have a blank, but it's better not to bingo. I just want to mention, I'm shockingly close to clarinet here. If NI were valid too, which it isn't, then this would play amazingly for 86, and this would be worth it over calzones. But again, NI not a word, so I'm not going to do that. Let me just make sure I'm not missing another bingo. I don't think there's anything from the D. Nothing through an E. No 7s. Yeah, I'm passing up a bingo here. I'm playing calzones. Oh, that's a bad draw. BIP. Very poor draw, honestly. The B and the P are 2 consonants in Scrabble that go extremely poorly together. It's really important when you're keeping multiple consonants, especially 3 or 4-point consonants, to think about how well they go together, or synergy, in other words. For instance, CH has amazing synergy. There's a ton of words that have CH in the middle or start with CH, but B and P have horrible synergy. There are almost no words that have a B and a P next to each other, and very few at all that even have both letters comparatively. So this is a poor draw here. I'm definitely going to want to get rid of at least one of the B and the P. Probably going to be angling to use one of them above this E in huge, depending, of course, on what BestBot does. Food, okay, so that spot is taken. Now I think I just blow up the rack and play type in here for 33. I mean, it's kind of a shame I worked so hard to groom this rack, keeping EINT, but I just don't think it's worth it anymore. I mean, I could play Blip if I want to keep that, but I'm giving up 21 points. That's way too much. Like, I sacrificed 7 points on my last turn to keep EINT. I mean, 7 is reasonable to give up for that. 21 is simply way, way, way too much. It's very rare, guys, you want to give up 21 points. Especially if you're not keeping a blank by doing so. Yeah, typing's got to be right. Now that's a nice draw. Cud Bears for 92, I think that is. Yeah, it's 92. Hoping that stays open. I have Earbuds and Daubers. Forwards, nice play. Wow, very nice play there by BestBot. Using 5 consonants, scoring 49. Although I am going to be scoring more than 49. Cud Bears has to be right. I mean, like, this is a great example of a turn where it's just not worth, trying to find other bingos, because it's not really possible that something's going to score more than 92. And Scrabble isn't about finding all your possible bingos, right? It's about finding your best one in this kind of scenario, at least. All right, BestBot is not letting up, though. Racks for 41. I have another pretty nice draw here, to be frank. ABILQSU. Almost feels like I should be bingoing. Although, I'm not seeing it. Doing well on time. I've had some easy plays early on, which is always nice to get into a decent position in time against BestBot. A lot of Scrabble left, though, guys. Still 2 blanks out. I have the last S, which is nice. Not going to be eager to get rid of it. I could score 40-ish with a play like Quays, but I don't think I want to do that. Honestly, Qua here is not bad. Leaf has pretty good synergy. L and the B go great together. Have the A for Aqua. There are 5 other ones, though. But that's a pretty decent play. This board is wide open. I'm not up that much. I don't think trying to play defense is prudent here. With 2 blanks out and just so many lines open, I can't block nearly everything. Qua is looking good. Yeah, I'm not eager to play Squall or Squill here again. I don't want to get rid of my S unless I have a very compelling reason to do so. I already have the last S pretty early in the game. The last S, or the case S, as Scrabble players like to refer to it, is very, very useful, because sometimes you can use that to set yourself up for something your opponent can't use or even block. Now, with 2 blanks out, that's less likely to happen, but definitely looking to hold on to that S nonetheless. Yeah, Qua here is looking better by the second. Just struggling to find anything else. Could play Quid to the D. Takes a front E for Equid. Don't want to give that back with 80s left. Not having one. If I'm going to set up a hook, I'd rather at least set one up that I have. Qua it is. Interesting. Don't think I have anything that plays Balsamic or Kabbalism. Doesn't fit with an A. Probably going to try to play something above Aqua. If I am not able to bingo, do I have anything? Watch out for this US. There could be some words there. I don't see anything right now. Yeah, we're just going to wait and see what the bot comes up with. Terminus, there's that US I was talking about. And the good news is an E helps me, because alembics is a word. And that has to be my only bingo here, as far as I can tell. Yeah, T and R doesn't yield anything. Let's do it. Still far from over, though, guys. There are 2 blanks still remaining. A whole lot of vowels, too. Wow, this is interesting. 20 vowels, 16 consonants. That is something to watch out for. Whenever you have an imbalance like that, you usually want to try to keep extra consonants to counteract. I should have some decent plays here. I see Gory for 30, keeping a very nicely balanced AEGN. That's an option. I have this spot here. Oh, I could even do Dangly. That's cool for 35. Leave is a little bit weaker, especially again with all those vowels left. Gory looks slightly better right now. Don't have a bingo, do I? I don't think so. Playing above Aqua? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think I see anything better than Gory. But again, BestBot is taking some time here, so we'll see what it does and go from there. And BestBot responds with Jape for 28 after thinking for the better part of 2 minutes. Interesting. So, now my eyes are definitely drawn to playing under this J since I have an O. Could play this for 33. That is not bad, keeping that same AEGN leave. Yoga also an option. Oh, that's better. That's easily better. Normally, I actually would prefer AGEN, but with 2 blanks out, I want the extra turnover. Every tile I play is another chance to draw those blanks. I also want to get rid of a vowel. Again, vowel heavy pull. This also really nicely sets up a play here on my next turn. So yeah, yoga in this case has got to be better. I don't see how I'm possibly going to do better than this. Anything above the AE? That is worth looking at, actually. Anything ending in a G or an N? I don't think so. All right, playing yoga. It's a good rack. Does something play? Garadon. Ooh, routing actually fits. Oh, and Loungier. Okay, Loungier from the L is even better because it blocks this S, although it does give back an R. Yeah, routing is quite a bit better defensively, blocking the right, but it is going to be 7 fewer points. Now, the good news is it looks like it's going to be impossible for the bot to block both, or almost impossible, so should be getting the bingo down. Feeling pretty good about this one, guys. Even with 2 blanks left, if I'm bingoing again here, it's going to be fairly hard for BestBot to come back, but we'll see. You never want to count BestBot out, as we've learned in our first 200 games in the 2 series I've already played so far. So, BestBot once again going into the tank here on this turn. We're going to wait and see what it comes up with and see what makes sense from there in terms of what bingos we still have left to play. Wow, BestBot is getting wild here, guys. Avion for 12. Opening a triple-triple. Wow. So, I mean, I have Loungier still, obviously. Do I consider not bingoing again for the second time this game? I have a pretty nice play. I can play Grunion for 30. Blocks the bottom. I go up 112 with no triple-triples open. If I play Loungier, I go up 150 with a triple-triple open with 2 blanks. This is not trivial, guys. Like, I mean, Grunion leaves how many in the bag? 12 in the bag, so time is going to start running out. The problem is Grunion could still lose to 2 bingos, but is BestBot really going to be able to bingo twice? I mean, this does block the board pretty well. Like, if I'm positive that BestBot can't bingo twice, I think this is better. Wow, this feels so wrong. I mean, the problem is, like, yeah, I think the problem is if BestBot say, like, bingos to this N for 80, especially I'm worried with all these vowels, like, I could have a bad draw. I end up with 6 vowels, you know, I can't block super well, and it bingos again, like, through this P or this I, or from this A. There's still lines. Or if I have a nightmare draw, I could even get outscored maybe with a bingo. Like, or there's this T even up here. Yeah, I think I gotta just play Loungier, guys. It's an interesting idea, but I mean, the bot also just drew 5 tiles. Let's face it. Now it's not like it fished off 1, so it has a decent enough chance of not having a triple-triple. I mean, I can withstand any bingo after this. Like, I'm not worried about bingoing. I'm just worried about triple-tripling. The other thing is, if it triple-triples for like 140, I'm actually still in very good shape. It's just if it triple-triples for 200, I could be in trouble, but that's not that likely. Yeah, I think I gotta just take this, guys. It's also better content, and it's game 1. I want content. Well, I don't have a blank. That's a little alarming. It is definitely a little alarming. So, is it going to triple-triple? If it doesn't triple-triple, I gotta think it's game over. I mean, I'm going to score 50 points here. So, even if it triple-triples, which if it was going to do it, it probably would have done it by now. If it does anything through that end, because there's also 11 in the bag, so if it does anything through that end that's a bingo, leaves 4 in the bag. I do this for 51, not emptying the bag. And I just win. Assuming that bingo is not a triple-triple. But even if it's a triple-triple, it's going to have to score a lot as far as triple-triples go. Or the bot's going to have to bingo again after. I feel like it would have triple-tripled by now if it were going to. But what do I really know? Let's wait and see what it does. And BestBot does what? Okay. Valonia for 14. Weird. Very, very strange. I mean, now I'm obviously just going to play down here. It could have played Valonia through that N. Like, I mean, that never wins. Like, I'm just going to block. I mean, I could, I guess. Well, no, see, I have to be a little careful. Because even if I play here, right, with something like this, that's 60. It could actually still triple out with Cruise. So I would need something that doesn't take a hook, which I don't think I actually have. So I think what I want to do is just play something here and then maybe save you, because that's such a nice play. I mean, it's hard to lose here, guys. Like, let's face it. It's almost impossible to lose as long as I don't do anything silly. BestBot's probably going to bingo, but that's fine. I mean, renew is fine. I guess I lose my big play under here, but I save the K. Yeah, maybe I just play renew. It also blocks a lot of stuff from the P. Like, I don't want to mess around with plays from this A, and there's just no reason to risk that here. There's just not. Yeah, this is fine. Leaves one in the bag. Leaves the K for that. Still hit big plays under here. Yeah, I mean, if I draw a blank, I can play Yak for like 50 plus. This is good enough for me. I drew both blanks? Okay. How bizarre. I drew both blanks. What a bizarre game to start off this match. I mean, I'm going to end up winning by a lot. I'm threatening Teriyaki to bingo out through the eye. If that stays open, it does. Have anything higher scoring? Doubles the K or the Y? I mean, I'm not going to spend too long here. It doesn't really matter. I don't see it. It's hard with two blanks. All right, let's just play Teriyaki. 78, huge win. Wow, 544, 308. Very bizarre game. Let's take an analysis of this. Very good start to the series, though. I will say that much. So, all right, let's take a look at this one. We'll go back to the beginning. BestBot opening with zones. Yeah, kind of a shame to blow up this rack, but 48 points is 48 points. I think Huge is the right play here. Again, Hug gives back a lot less, but the second E is kind of clunky and more chances at an O for eco zones. No vowels for the bot plays world. Yeah, crazy position here, guys. Like I said, super, super rare that you have a situation early in the game where you should not bingo when you can bingo and you don't have a blank. But calzones, I think, is pretty clearly correct here over cliental. Food by the bot. Interesting. Not playing for do. Maybe because for do doesn't take an S and it wants to set up an S hook. Reasonable. Yeah, type in is definitely right. Biped is not terrible, but INT is just not quite strong enough to justify a 13-point sacrifice. Wow, still no vowels for the bot here. Great play of Forens, though, to clean out this rack. Cudbear's best by a mile. Racks. Qual looks fine. Didn't notice Keybla's here. No chance I'm doing that, though, with 6 eyes still left. So far, so good. Bot can't bingo. Plays Terminus. Thankfully, it gives me Alembics. Yeah, I want to see what it had at the later stages of this game. I saw this, but like I said, I really liked this. I want to get rid of an extra vowel. I want more turnover. I set up GEN. I think that's correct. And here the bot just goes haywire and plays Avion for 12. I mean, I get it. Like, you're in a really horrible position if you're the bot. You have garbage, you're down 100. If you do this, I guess the bot just felt even if it bingoed, it was probably going to be lagging behind too much. The problem is, I mean, I guess it turns out I didn't block, but it's like either I block or I have a bingo. So I don't know. I'm not sure I quite like this yet. Like, there's still 2 blanks left. I might have waited another turn before doing something like that, but in any case, BestBot goes with it. Yeah, I mean, I actually thought here for a bit, like, Grunion is not crazy. If the board were more shut otherwise, I actually might have done this, but I still felt, especially with the pool so Val heavy, keeping an E, there were enough paths to a loss after this that I was like, I can't just, I got to at least force the bot to hit a triple here. And the bot, wow, another horrible draw. So plays Valonia. I mean, frankly, if I'm in a tournament here, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm just going to play Valonia here and throw in the towel. Like, against any sane opponent, you do this, they are blocking down here. No sane opponent is leaving that open. And now you've just squandered a whole bunch of spread points. And they might even triple, and you might lose by 300. Like, this is not a smart play. I mean, BestBot is thinking maybe my best equity play is somewhere else, I guess, and they triples. But, like, I'm never not blocking that. Yeah, and here, obviously, this or this are more points. But again, both of these words, I didn't actually think about Kier, but like they both take an S. And I'm not saying I would lose. Like, even if it hits handiest, I actually might still win because I'm up so much. I mean, it would be close. If it has handiest with 2 blanks, that's around 160. It'll catch me with like 20 or 30. Like, I'll win by probably 10. It's too close for comfort. There's no reason to look for trouble here, guys. Like, just play Renew. Save the K for big scores next to the A Valonia under Yoga. This is a much smarter play. And I managed to draw into Teriyaki, which, by the way, is the only playable bingo. Wow. Crazy game there. I mean, yes, I blew the bot out, but it didn't feel like it was that big a margin. Very bizarre ending with both of the blanks coming on the very final pool. Bizarre beginning with calzones for going the bingo intentionally. A lot of cool stuff that game, guys. Fun way to open the series. Obviously, nice to open the series with a big win, too. But there's 99 games of Scrabble. This is far from over. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Like I said, really awesome start to this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're really excited for the remaining 99 games. I know I certainly am. Thank you all so much for your support. Don't forget to get your predictions in. Prediction contest, once again, linked below. And I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday for game number 2. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.